Shalom, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles, Allah bishops, and brothers under the millstone. Salutations to the elect. This is your brother Ryan Banyamia here to share our lesson. And the title of this lesson is Babylon and Where to Squeeze. You know, when you read the heading of this article, not even the top percentage that is paid in this nation wanna, hustle and work and stuff as before. You know what I mean? And this is a telling sign that, the sentiment of overvaluing things is coming to an end. You understand? Where people are beaten down, people are weary, they want to work less. You have a brother, he put up these little shorts on how people complain in Babylon, and it's getting worse every day, man. You know what I'm saying? We have the average worker, they just want to chill. You know what I mean? And Esau wanted that way because he wants to make the economy so hard and the prices of things so high that when he introduces not a digital dollar, but UBIs, Universal Basic Income, a lot of people is going to run to it, right? Because they're going to actually need it and there'll be less work. And also when he introduces the MOTB, so he is, whether people know it or not, that through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, Esau knows what he is doing, right? So he's tearing this world into the society into a dystopian place, man. So I'm gonna read the article, share a few scriptures in between and probably at the end, and close it out. So Lord willing, it be edifying and encouraging to the elect for you to stay with Yahweh Shai, fear him and serve him to the best of your power, and continue to grow. Put a Business Fortune by Irina Ivanova. It says quiet quitting among the highest paid workers is driving the average work week to pre-pandemic levels, with the unemployment rate near a 50-year low and businesses hiring left and right. It would seem that the American worker is hustling like never before just to keep up with the rising cost of living. Now, I would say this, that not a lot of businesses are hiring left and right, and there are fake businesses out there. They would set up a front, especially if you apply like on websites like ZipRecruiter and stuff. There's a lot of what I call empty shells on there. You apply, you don't hear any response, but when you call, the number is not a serviceable number. So there's a lot of fake jobs out there that's giving a wrong report. It says, but not everyone is hustling equally. So Esau is tweaking the numbers. Esau is a falsifier. He's a forger. All right. It says, according to payroll provider ADP, its research institute, the highest earning workers, as well as young workers and female workers, are working fewer hours than they did before the pandemic. It says the average work week in 2023 was the lowest in 5 years, ADP found. For significant cohorts of the population, including women, they are working less now than they did before the pandemic, said Neela Richardson, chief economist at ADP. There's never been more people working in America, yet individuals on average are working less. ADP tracked 13 million hourly workers who kept the same job for 4 years ending last December, meaning the drop in hours wasn't because people were laid off or switched jobs. And while it's not clear if workers or employers initiated the drop, the pullback among the highest paid providers provides a clue. Richardson said, workers in the highest paid 25%, those making $75,500 or above, had the highest drop in hours worked. The lowest paid, on the other hand, are working more. So the people who who make more, they see at that point, they just want to pull back and it ain't worth it. And the people who make less are working fervently, probably to get to that point, because they don't make a lot of money. You know what I mean? So all is vanity and vexation of spirits, man. And I'm gonna grab 2 scriptures as I continue. First one is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, and verse 6. Now it says Esau tracked all them hours, right? The average person don't even think about these things, but Esau, he look up these things. So when the economy fail, he already know from ahead of time where it was going. You know what I'm saying? So he is to blame at the end of the day. Esau, the wicked, is to blame for the way this economy is going. So it says, they search out iniquities, they perform a diligent search. You understand? And tracking all them hours, all them numbers are a diligent search. Right? It says, both the inward thought of every one of them, right, and the heart is deep. So this man's heart is deep, man. He want to know every little thing that is going on. And this is why he's going to force that. One of the reasons why he's going to force that TB on you. You want to know everything that's going on, that you're seeing, everything that you feel, everything that you hear, and things that you think. Alright, another one is, I'm going to grab this right quick. Those at the top making almost 80,000, they working slightly less, and those that are making less money are working more. Esau created this rat race, man. 1 and 14. And at the end of the day, it really isn't worth it, and you're not really making that much difference when you work a lot. Because I remember many years ago when I worked retail, around the holidays and like around summertime and stuff, our manager, he would say the people up top, to open up the coffers of hours, you know what I'm saying? Where we could work 40 plus hours. Yeah, the 40, which are the regular work week, and after that is overtime. And I worked a ton of overtime, and I get my paycheck and I looked at it. I said, all right, let me just see, what's the difference. So I looked at the paycheck with all the overtime on it. And then the following weeks, we did not work any overtime at all. Just worked 40 hours. It was about the same thing. It wasn't that much difference. And here it is, I thought with my time, I could have did something that I really want, some things that I really wanted to do, that I love and enjoy doing, you know what I'm saying? So this is why, we pray for our daily bread, man. Especially as you get older in this truth, you come to this truth and you get wiser through the Spirit, you know what I mean? You learn to proportion your time accordingly. And this is why it would be good to just pray for your daily bread. Pray for your daily bread. Give Esau, his portion. Give the Most High his portion, and take care of yourself in between as you go, while we navigate the end of the society. That's it. So this Ecclesiastes 1:14, it says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation. Prosperous. The one that is making more money, you would think they would work more to continue making more money. They're pulling back. And the ones that is making less, they are hustling more according to the article. You understand? Because they ain't get to that point yet. So this is how Esau keep his machine well oiled, man. You know, you look at a clock or a machine, is different gears, right? Big gears, small gears. Some of them moving at slower speed, some moving at higher speed. A well-oiled machine, man. You know, but the Most High is gonna break this bitch down. You know, it says what's more significant: a portion of the people working few hours saw their incomes rise, not fall, indicating that less work isn't necessarily a bad thing for the budget bottom line. The mixed blessing with those double-digit wages gains during the pandemic is some people were able to make the same salary by working few hours in a week. Richardson said, "We think this is a complication of the fact that some people experience higher wage gains and also had more flexibility to design their own schedules. If you make a median of $80,000 a year, for the most part you're not in the leisure and hospitality sector," she said. "You might be a knowledge worker. That means you might have more flexibility now than before, whether it's doing more gig work or having more flexibility over your hours." It says other groups working few hours include women as well as workers under 35. A ADP found workers who are either required or able to prioritize other aspects of their lives beside paid labor. Historically, a large drop in hours worked is a bad sign. This means there's less work for employees to do, and is often a first step employers take before laying off staff. But that may not be the case at this time, economists said. Originally, it's a sign that demand is weak and there isn't as much for people to do, said Andrew Hunter, deputy chief U.S. economist at Capital Economics. It says, but since companies have been hiring and overall layoffs remain low, there may be a different explanation that firms are holding workers in a sense. You saw his records are skewed, man. He would mix the truth and some lies in his articles. Layoffs are happening, man. Banks are closing. Tech sector jobs are closing, both remote and office work in the tech sector is shutting down. You know, a lot of retail stores are closing now. Macy's said they're going to close another 100 stores. Those are the lower income jobs that would be lost. So you see how he lies, you know. So this is why, when you read these articles and stuff, they read with that grain of salt, man, because Esau mixes truth with lies. Continuing on, it says, in response to softening in demand, companies have been loath to lay anyone off. So instead, there's this idea that they might keep their workers, but just work them less intensively, Hunter said. Richardson has a similar take, noting the pandemic made companies realize they can't grow it and shrink headcount on demand, and they'd rather have a deep bench and give each worker less playing time. I remember during the pandemic when a lot of people were inside. Amazon headcount grew a lot. I saw they were building warehouses and stuff all over the place, man. But now they are laying off, and now their CEO is selling off stock. You know what I'm saying? Selling off Amazon stock and other stocks that they have. So they see something coming where it would be beneficial to hold these things. And this is why, we ought not to put our trust in these jobs. Desire not to retire, grow old and retire in this place to receive a pension, man. Pray for fewer days that the Most High bring this kingdom to a close. Work for your daily bread, do what you gotta do. Give Esau his portion, you work, but don't forget the Lord, because the Lord is a jealous God, and he's also a God of balance. So you give him his, you give Esau his due, you take care of yourself as well, like I say. Right? And the Most High is gonna take care of you. Says that would be a huge shift from how they were thinking about talent before the pandemic. It's also possible the change is an outgrowth of the disillusion with work many experienced during the pandemic and Great Resignation, when tens of millions of people quit their jobs, went into business for themselves, leading to a normalization of work to live perspective and an insistence on work-life balance. Of course, this wouldn't be the first time that workers gravitated toward higher pay and less work. Over the centuries, in which humanity went from primarily agrarian to an industrial and now post-industrial society, the work week has shrunk dramatically, and more so in the social democracies of Western Europe. Indeed, compared to other developed countries, American workers still put in much longer hours than most, even with the recent takedown ones. Yeah, this is Babylon, man. And this is why when she falls, it's gonna fall the hardest. If you look at average hours work across various countries, there's huge variation, and the US is pretty close to the top there, said Hunter. You could argue there's scope for Americans to work less, but that's not for me to say. And that brings us to the end of the article. Alright, and I'll close out with this portion of scripture. So pay your trust in Yahweh Shemi Shine. This is Haggai 1:6, and says, Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Alright? There's inflation going on. All the money that you make, it goes into groceries, and not only groceries, but the bills have went up. If you live particularly in the Northeast, especially with the electric or heating bills, they have went up. Rents have went up. So really, you're just working to keep the cycle going, to go back out to work. So pray for shorter days, man, that the Most High bring a speedy riddance to America, aka Babylon the Great. So Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying unto you elect. Until you next time, Shalom.